Hello, how are you guys? Hope you're well. Welcome back to another episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. So we solved the fate of Black Peter last time. We did alright, bit challenging in some places, but we finally got there, didn't we? And you guys seem to like it, which is good. And yeah, so let's see what awaits Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Let's just dive straight in. Let's do this.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. Certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country, although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Okay, you have to excuse my ignorance. I don't know much about the Sherlock Holmes, and I haven't really watched much of it, the TV series and that. So, Mycroft, you probably know that Mycroft is his brother, but I didn't know that. He seems to be working for the government or something, does he? So, yeah, sorry about my ignorance. I don't know these things. I guess I should do. So, what we got? We got to catch a train. 4th car. Should we go, Watson?
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
Okay, let's call a cab then. Could you direct me to a phone? Let's quickly see if that woman's still there. She's still there. Oh my goodness me. Oh, love it.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
So this is their return trip then?
At last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
The next morning, very early. Solve the mystery of the vanished train. So what we got? Riddle on the rails. Riddle on the rails. That's our case then. A late night railway station. An incoming train. An impossible riddle. Holmes and Watson's return from holiday evolves into a tale of intrigue. Lovely.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Okay, Evesham's not far from me, to be honest. Right, inspect the scene. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Oh, nothing around here.
First of all, let us examine the area
good.
where the train disappeared.
Yeah, good idea. What's his eerie? F. Oh.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
A ground near the rails.
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
Nothing
There are
unusual.
no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
No news is good
Yes,
news.
Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
Seems
This
intriguing.
investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Okay, so find the map of the local district. Okay. What has happened then, guys? Evesham Station. What could have happened? The train comes in, and then suddenly the train disappears. And there's no clues. Is it something supernatural? Does that happen in this sort of game? Is it a magician? Maybe it's a magician! Alright, let's ask this guy here.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett.
Oh.
You were here last night.
Yes.
So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
Yes.
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
I almost think there wasn't a train there. Maybe it was almost like an illusion. So why has he got something to do with it? Nothing untowards. Look, oh, what's that? Fully grey hair. Not sure what that is a clue for, but honorary badge. Maybe so because he's been here for a long time. Maybe that's why you get that if you've done 20 or 30 years. I don't know. Oh, spots of what's he been doing? He's been digging around. He's married. Wedding ring. Okay, information about train.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be.
We're suffering
However,
from that.
if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Okay, and railway map.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
See you later, my good man. Waiting hall. Right, so we can go and get the one pinned off the wall, the map. Which is maybe this one here. Rip it off the wall.
This map will be useful.
They just take it off. Surely they must have other printed maps. This is handy. Okay, so this is a Evesham Station. We got Nottingham up there. And I think where I live is about 30 miles, like south-east, or maybe sort of more south-southeast. Yeah, so I'm quite close to Evesham. Okay, so we need something else called a composition. Whatever that is. I don't know what a composition is. Have a look. It might be in here. Hello. Locomotive bell.
An old locomotive bell. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
Okay. So the question is there any clues?
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Is there any clues in here which will actually let us know what's going on or not? Or is this wasting my time? Some boots. I wonder if they match the footprint. Oh no, that's the last case. Right. Ah, maybe it's here. Right, okay, what we got? Message to all stations, a telegram here. Message to all stations, Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Message to all stations, okay. Don't know what that means yet, do we? Train composition, this is what we're after. Okay, so line Nottingham to London. Train line number 324. Composition is a locomotive, a coal car, first class car, postal wagon, a special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson. Special wagon, we don't know what's in that, and a second class car.
Here is the train set.
Okay. And is that... Oh, look, it's telegraph.
A telegraph.
Okay. Look at that, all old school stuff. Okay, let's go and speak to the conductor again. Or the station master. Right, special wagon from Robinson.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private, and it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
So, passengers of the train. So we're thinking there's obviously that train was kind of stolen kind of thing because of the contents of that special wagon.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
Is it? Bridlington Station.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
See you later, my good man. So, our task so far is retrieve information about the passengers that were present at the night train and find out what the special wagon was carrying. And the dialogue here we got. Evidence: the Evesham Station master received a message informing of the train's delay due to some issues with passengers at Bridlington Station. So that's something we're going to have to find out. And quite interesting actually looking at the character portraits. We've got the character portraits of the last case. So whether they will come back later on, I don't know. So here we are, the station master of Evesham. This man is in his 60s and he has been married for a long time. The fresh spots of earth upon his sleeves reveal a passion for gardening. His badge of Honourable Station Master reveals that he is a long-standing employee. All of this demonstrates his desire to live a quiet and stable life. So let's head to Bridlington then. Well, here we are at Bridlington train station. Thank you, cabby. Let's have a look around then. And I love to live in these times. Let's have a look at this guy here. Wonder if he's the station master. Oh, what's in that case? Oh, it's Mr. Robinson. Look here. He's the guy who in that special.
Good day.
Special carriage.
To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Holmes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
G'day, mate. Is he Australian? Right, let's have a little, let's analyse him then. He's got an Australian hat. Can we have a look at that? Australian hat, yeah. Nice little goatee there. Has he got a knife? Expensive clothes. Heavy gold ring. Got a case. Lock case. I wonder what's in there. Crocodile shoes? Is that crocodile shoes? Yeah, crocodile skin shoes. He's Aussie all through, isn't he? Right, Mr. Robinson.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Didn't say you did.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Okay, company direction.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Okay, how much is it worth, this prototype?
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Ah. So were you on the train as well, Mr. Robinson?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Well, if you were on that train, you would have disappeared as well, wouldn't you, Mr. Robinson? Okay, let's we talk to this. Well, who's this fellow here? angry. He doesn't look that angry.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Yeah, I know. Let's check you out then. He's got a hat on. Oh, the goatee. I like it. Nice goatee actually. Work clothes. All right. He's a working man. Cheap ticket. So he's in a second. There was a second-hand cart, wasn't there? Wagon, whatever you call it. He's married. Oh. Rough skin. Rough skin. So what happened?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid.
Oh, this is a
commotion. He made us
commotion.
get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
So it was almost like these people were taken off, like Mr. Robinson, and he was taken off on purpose. Passenger of the vanished train.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean company.
Okay. So let's have a look at our deductions and see if we can link anything up. Okay. Train vanished with people except for the Chileans. Okay. So what we got? The accident. The Chileans down the train was just a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. No, I don't believe that. The Chileans were left. The director of the Chilean Barcazes company were intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all the passengers from the train except for the Chileans. Well, I think that one, personally. Let's talk. I think we need to talk to this ticket inspector. Thank you, angry passenger. So he doesn't look that angry. He's quite calm and relaxed. All right. Private. Should we go to the private door? Oh, this is lovely. Right. Can I have a... Before we have a word with them, let's have a quick look around.
A telegraph.
Lovely roaring fire. Nice photographs of some trains. And there's a typewriter. It's like I'm playing Resident Evil. Right. Okay.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
So I wonder if the ticket master was stayed on the train as well. So problem with passengers.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Right, let's use our talent on him or check him out. Young, okay, looks like you can tell someone's young age with their eyes, can you? I thought surely it's their grey hair. Oh, what's that lovely button? Clean clothes. But he's new to the job. He wants to make a good impression. Make himself look good. Instructor to station master. Oh, so he's keen on getting... Oh, instructions to station master. So he's new on the job. What's that say? Ink smudges. Ink smudges? Anything unusual yesterday?
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Oh, God, I hate when they do that. Well, we know he's a rookie station master. We know he's a rookie station master.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
From Chesterfield. So this is going to be going from station to station then, isn't it? Strange message.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
I wonder if the Chilean guys wrote it then, because their English is poor.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Okay, telegram for Chesterfield Station. So they said Churchfield, Lailvey, Itaction. Yeah, it's very bad. So I wonder if that is so bad it's sort of insinuating that when the Chilean guys wrote it, or Chilean people wrote it. So it's saying this prompt us use our spider sensors here. Our talent. Gap. Oh. What is this?
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organised by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called the Autonomous Electricity Generator. This policy partially covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover value £15,000. Okay. So now this points our finger at Robinson, doesn't it? So we got a dialogue opened up now. So let's go and speak to Mr. Robinson and see what he has to say about this insurance.
I gotta find the motive, play forward, watch every sequence bit by bit, 'cause this is my